Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on the weekly horoscope results for the week of March 16th till March 22nd. Friends, I always say that don't watch this video as a prediction, because for that I need to know your natal planetary alignments and the activated dasha. Observe this video, follow this video as a planning video, that if you know in advance in which direction wind is going to be sailing, you can plan yourself accordingly. Friends, for this video there's not going to be any major planetary shift which is going to be happening, excluding planet Mercury, which on March 20th will get into the direct motion. Moon is going to be starting the journey from the Aquarius sign, being in the influence of Mars, Rahu, Mercury. On Wednesday and Thursday, Moon will transit in the Pisces sign, where it is going to get conjunct with Saturn, with Venus, with Sun over there, and finally it will finish off the week in the Aries sign. So yes friends, on this basis we will start our discussion and the customized guidance for all the rising signs. Just because this week will also be the beginning of the Chaitra Navratri as well. Our new Hindu year will also begin. So in advance, heartiest blessings and wishes of the Navratris and the Hindu New Year as well. Now friends, when we start with the Aries natives. So friends, for the Aries native, week will start on a very good note, especially when we talk about spike in the income, being very progressive minded, like planning for the future, for your income, for your career related goals and all. Too much of the socialization. So, and for certain people this could be travel as well. So on that note, week will start. But friends, the mid of the week is going to be bringing a lot of this could be emotional dissatisfaction, some sort of disruption in the travel, or there might be certain obstacles which you might experience in the work as well. So my recommendation to the Aries Lagna, if you want to actually plan something, try to plan it either around the beginning of the week or around the end of the week. Mid of the week is carrying that energy of obstacle, feeling a lot of the exhaustion. Same is getting applicable for the students as well. Same is getting applicable even in the matters of the love, romance, affairs as well. So yes friends, that's all what I can say for the Aries Lagna, that as much as progressive and like futuristic the beginning of the week is, the mid of the week will carry that energy of dissatisfaction as well, and emotional vulnerability and exhaustion will surround the Aries native. If you are planning some travel friends, better plan it around the beginning or around the end, because around the mid of the week it's going to be filled with lot of obstacle. Aries Lagna, in any case, they have this reputation of like putting themselves in the line of fire in order to help people around them. So mind is going to be filled with lot of thoughts of like helping people unconditionally. Some people will also sign up for the voluntary work, humanitarian work and all. So, and that will also give you a lot of accolades and lot of appreciation from people around you. So very good week for engaging into philanthropic, humanitarian work, or this could be spiritual, religious austerities. But when we actually talk about the emotional fulfillment, the motivation level, so that can go through major dip around the mid of the week. And I already mentioned same is getting applicable in the academic matters as well. Like if you have any important exam and it is scheduled around the mid of the week, like around Wednesday and Thursday, so plan and prepare yourself accordingly. You do not want to get nervous at the 11th hour. So yes friends, that's all what I can say for the Aries natives. Friends, when we talk about the Taurus natives, so friends, again for the Taurus native, right now your ascendant lord is exalted in the 11th house. So aspiration level is very high. Friends are proving out to be very supportive in certain cases, because Venus is like in the influence of the planet Saturn. So there's a lot of like protocol, commitment and a disciplined environment in which you will be operating right now. But friends, just because around this week moon from its, see, the thing is when we talk about the Aquarius, Aquarius is from its own house of moon, which is Cancer, it is 8th from there, right? And just because Rahu is already transiting over there, so moon is going to be going through a lot of illusion. And if I were to be very precise, when we talk about third lord in the influence of Rahu in the 10th, or a third lord in the influence of Saturn in the 11th, that also tells about that people at work or your co-workers try to create a lot of objection, or try to create obstacle or questions in your work ethics. So at work, don't blindly trust people, because there is a high possibility that people will try to raise objection, or they will be looking for reason to do the fault finding in your work. So be very mindful over there. When we talk about for the students, so stars are very supportive for performing well in any competitive situation. When we talk about the matters of relationship, so there is a very quick spark or rage of energy, quickly getting attracted towards someone, like in a very flash of light kind of way. Your mind is going to be getting detested with someone's behavior, so that strong like and dislike quotient will surround your taste, your decision making, especially when we talk about the inter people and the people management and the relationship management. So be very mindful over there. Like if you have to make any commitment, take any important decision, don't do that basis first impression or just driven by the impulse. So yes friends, that's all what I can say. Your speech is going to be very progressive. Jupiter is now in a direct motion. We generally say that when Jupiter is blessing the second house, fourth house or the ninth house, some auspicious events happen in the family. Venus is already dignified, exalted in the 11th house. So the overall energy for the Taurus is very supportive for planning some important lifetime event, like when we talk about marriage or settlement to a new country, investing in a new business. It's very progressive for that. It's just like that. Don't get affected by other people's objection, obstacle, gossip which might happen, or fault finding which might happen around your work. So don't get affected by opinion, judgment of other people. Apart from that, when we talk about the progress in life and some future planning prospects, stars are very supportive. Now friends, when we talk about the Gemini, so friends, for the Gemini as well, Jupiter is now direct in your first house, which is a very supportive sign. Some auspicious event and auspiciousness is going to be there in your life. Second thing is that friends, Moon happened to be your second lord, right? And Moon is going to be transiting from the 9th house, from the 10th house, being in the influence of Rahu, being in the influence of Saturn. So that also tells about that this could be the family responsibilities, or this could be the family duties and responsibilities might come in the way of the work responsibility. Sometimes what happen, your company, the organization where you work, they are considering you for a promotion, for a travel to a different country for work project, and you cannot take that opportunity because you have to take care of your mother in the house, you have to take care of your children in the house. So that is what I'm trying to say. So some sort of family duties and responsibilities might come in the way of career execution of work. So that is something which you have to be very mindful. Along with that friends, when we talk about the matters of relationship, marriage proceeding, over there stars are very supportive. Your 7th lord right now is in a direct motion. Those people who are in a consulting kind of role, like you are a teacher, you are a coach, you are a banker, you are a lawyer, you are in a consulting advisory role, a very supportive time for them as well. Friends, when we talk about luck will play hide and seek because Rahu is there in the 9th house. As much as Jupiter is supporting you right now, just because Rahu is there in the 9th house, so just still I would say take advice from everyone, but don't have that blind faith. That is what I'm trying to say. And friends, at work, especially those people who work in any of the compliance related nature of work, where high compliance, dealing with classified information, secretive information, government projects, high secrecy is involved. So you have to manage that very carefully. Sun and Saturn in your 10th house, any flaw, any mistake at your end might be very seriously accountable, like where people get penalized. See, we say this thing that when Sun and Saturn are in the 10th house, they are in the 12th house, you have to be very accountable, very responsible, especially when it comes down to the legal responsibilities, legal aspect of any work. So be very mindful over there. Now friends, when we talk about the Cancer, so friends, for the Cancer, Moon happen to be your ascendant lord, friends. So Moon is going to be transiting from some very sensitive houses. So that in itself tells about that we say that catching up an infection, health vulnerability, other people's judgment, evil eye. So that kind of energy is going to be there. So I mean to say, whatever you are doing, do it with proper conviction and don't take any action driven by impulse, driven by just good faith. So refrain from acting like that, because we know this thing that whenever Moon goes through 8th house, it is slightly vulnerable, and just because Rahu and Mars are also going to be there. So any decision if you will take without proper planning, due consideration, and without taking advice from serious people, experts and all, it might take you or drive you towards wrong outcomes. So I would say that in whichsoever direction you will be putting your efforts in this week, it has to be properly monitored. Along with that, friends, yeah, health vulnerability I already mentioned. Some sort of difficulties when we talk about the travels. The good aspect of this week is that it is very good for research, for spirituality, even in the those students who are connected with philosophy, theology, PhD students, research student, it might be good for them. But for rest of the people, friends, yes, yeah, the week is going to be filled with a lot of the pressurizing kind of like environment and situation. So you have to be very careful over there. The thing is, end of the week is going to be supportive when Moon is going to be transiting to your 10th house. So whatsoever you will encounter around the first half and the mid half of the week, by the end of the week things are going to be much more in control, in command. But yes, before that, answerability, pressure, this could be ideological, philosophical, like moral dilemma is going to be there. So a lot of confusion, a lot is dependent on the natal alignment and placement and dignity of your Moon. If your Moon has got good Pakshbal, then you don't have to worry about it. But let's say for example you are born with your Moon being afflicted, you have a Chaturdashi birth, you have a Amavas birth. Right now you're going through a time of Moon Ketu, Moon Rahu. So your Moon, your mind in itself is vulnerable. You're running a period which is making you, your decision making slightly like vulnerable, and then match that with this ongoing transit. So that is what I'm trying to say. So take any decision very carefully this week and monitor and guard your health. Jupiter is now direct in your 12th house. Anything connected with the spirituality or anything connected with a foreign land, foreign business, stars are somehow supporting you. Blessing from behind the scene is protecting you. Now friends, when we talk about the Leo, so friends, for the Leo as well, like this week is going to be slightly sensitive, where we say this thing that your people who oppose you are going to be very empowered. So your critics, opposition is going to be very empowered this week. So make your moves very carefully. Health is definitely going to be vulnerable, friends, and the way I mentioned, the week is going to be good in this regard. Anything connected with education, anything connected with like teaching, training, counseling, helping people, it is good for that regard. Anything where spirituality, religious austerities are involved, it is going to be good. But when we talk about in the matters of business, in the matters of health, in the matters of like commercial decision making, so the week is making you very sensitive towards taking wrong decision. Or again friends, sometimes we say that you could be the victim of circumstances. So I just want to say that the wind is not sailing in your favor. So much better in those situations where you can suppress your ego, compromise, or handle things tactfully, diplomatically. That is the key for you. You still have to wait for Sun to be out of the clutches of Saturn, out of the clutches of the 8th house vibration. And when it is going to be exalted in your 9th house, then you will have your power back. But right now, planets are in such a alignment that it is just entangling you into more trouble, into more problems. So be very careful. Now friends, when we talk about the Virgo natives, so friends, for the Virgo natives, there's going to be a lot of difficulties when we talk about the matters of the relationship. This could be the health of the partner, or this could be the demanding nature of the partner. So you have to be very careful over there. Along with that friends, the work pressure, work responsibilities, those people who owe lot of money to the government, who are dealing with any lawsuit related issue, health related issue, or where we say this thing, any debt or credit related issue, that might entangle you into more problems. So again friends, I always say this thing, that is the only reason you are like listening to this video, so that you can plan yourself accordingly, because wind is not that much in your favor, especially when we talk about, see, the thing is, when we deal with the 6th house, when we talk about the 8th house, those who are working as a professional like surgeon, professional lawyers, they also come from these houses, and those who are the victim of these house connected problems, these lawsuit related problem, they are also somehow running the dasha of these house ruled planets only. So it all comes down to in which side of the law you are falling in. I mean to say, if you're already dealing with credit or loan related entanglement or lawsuit related entanglement, so the week is going to be carrying a lot of the pressure. So again friends, Mars individually, Rahu individually in the 6th house is considered as very good. Saturn individually in the 7th house is considered as good. But now what is happening from the past couple of weeks, which will continue for the next couple of weeks, is that Sun and Saturn combination in the 7th house is very problematic. Mars and Rahu conjunction in the 6th house is very problematic. So that is the only reason I'm saying this thing. And because in your case, Moon happened to be your 11th lord as well, right? So this tells about that you might be a strong candidate for the promotion, but at the last minute some objection happened. Your business was progressing in the right direction. At the last minute, 11th hour, some objection, some issue came in the way. So that is what I'm trying to say. Friends, it is going to be good when we talk about the week has got slightly supportive energy, especially when we talk about those who are working as a coach, as a guide, as a author, publisher, writer, because Jupiter is in a good dignity in your 10th house. So no matter how much hardship you will face, somehow luck will still keep on protecting you, especially your public image. So your status, your reputation, there's a high possibility that it is not going to take a hit, but the daily execution will start becoming very problematic. So all what I can advise to Virgo native is that allocate your work to the right people efficiently, because if you are shouldering too much and you have too much on your platter right now, it might kind of drain you, it might exhaust you. So that is what my advice to the Virgo natives. In amidst all this ongoing chaos, the good thing is that there will be help from other people, because Saturn is a good planet for you, Venus is a good planet for you, they are together in the 7th house, and the 7th lord is in the 10th house. So there are those people who will be there to help you out, especially when we talk about the close friendship, close partnership, they will be there to help you. But yes, the daily flow of the life is going to be filled with lot of pressurizing kind of situation. Now friends, when we talk about the Libra natives, so friends, for the Libra natives, the beginning of the week is going to be supportive, but afterwards I'm actually seeing a lot of the frustration building up, mental pressure, speech is also getting negatively affected. So yeah, Libra natives have to monitor or channel their energy, their aggression very constructively, otherwise it can unnecessarily repel people around you. And again friends, so again, the way things are happening right now, Mars and Rahu with a retrograde Mercury in the 5th house is a problematic combination beyond any doubt. In the 6th house you have Sun and you have Saturn conjunct over there. Again, that is a problematic situation. Sun Saturn combination in the 6th house in itself tells about that there's going to be a lot of fault finding in your work. So bosses, authority figures are going to be doing a lot of the fault finding. And even if you are in a business, so your work getting into some objection, some sort of new government law came and your business came in the line of fire. So this is that kind of combination. Some sort of pressure on the account of the children as well. So that is what the overall theme and energy which is surrounding right now Libra natives. And again friends, the concern is that moon is passing through these troubled houses. Again, the days when moon will pass through this direct Jupiter, those are going to be the time of some good news as well. But if I were to talk about this week, and the only reason you're listening to this video is that you can plan yourself accordingly. I'm not a motivational speaker, I'm not here to give you false hope, right? So I mean to say, and again friends, amidst all of that, the good thing is that the luck house is very supportive right now for you. So luck will keep on playing its part, protecting you in any difficult, in any tumultuous situation. But when we talk about your emotional, mental health, how you channel energy, aggression, your drive is going to be kind of, just don't try to be a rebel. And again friends, even when we talk about any of the matters of the sixth house, the enemies you will make, the loans you will take, so they will bother you for a very long period of time. So I always say that when Saturn is transiting from the sixth house, you will get the loan very easily. But sometimes people end up taking that much which is beyond their capacity to return on time. So all these kind of engagements, entanglements, you have to manage very efficiently, very carefully, because otherwise it is going to be there like this for a long span of time. Friends, when we talk about the relationship with the spouse, so again friends, the thing is right now Libra natives, we say this thing that when the seventh lord is conjunct with Rahu, that too in the fifth house, what turns you on is something which is not very healthy, very good for you. We all look for those guys like, like a typical Brad Pitt from that movie where too much tattoos, too much kind of outlaw, rebel kind of look, that turns you on, that fascinates you the most. But is it actually good for you? So that is what you have to understand, that whatever you are getting attracted towards right now, is it good for you or not? The choices you are making, the direction where you are putting efforts, is it meant for you? It is right for you? That needs to be monitored. Again friends, the divine wisdom is there because of the Jupiter being in the ninth house, but again, choices need to be made very carefully. That's all what I can say for the Libra natives. So yes friends, the end of the week is still going to be slightly beneficial when moon will enter in your seventh house, but the start and the mid of the week is going to be carrying a lot of the tumultuous kind of energy. Now friends, when we talk about the Scorpions, so friends, for the Scorpions, like moon is going to be starting the week from your fourth house, and it is going to be finishing off the week in your sixth house. So friends, for the Scorpio Lagna, what is happening, the peace and the solace which you will be eyeing for, you will get that outside of the home, because in the domestic life, in the family life, a lot of like pressure is like building up. Rahu in the fourth house, Mars in the fourth house, your ascendant lord, retrograde Mercury, and moon is going to be making a combination with it, right? So I mean to say friends, the week is carrying that energy when we talk about engaging into any philanthropic work, social work, community work. Stars are very supportive. Anything connected with the education, academic matters, like you work in any of the legal department, you work in any of the compliance related department, advisory role, teaching role, this is going to be very supportive. Like your public image is going to be getting enhanced, but the domestic life is going to be filled with lot of pressure. My recommendation to the Scorpio Lagna, refrain from making any lifetime commitment or major purchases in this week. So moon is going through some difficult combination, so be very mindful over there. The way I mentioned friends, when we talk about luck is supportive to you, I'm not seeing you being a victim of the luck. It's just like that there's going to be a lot of pressure which is happening in the family life. So just be very mindful that how you manage everything in a very efficient, in a very balanced kind of way. When we talk about the matters of like relationship, so friends, your seventh lord right now is exalted in the fifth house. It is in the influence of the Saturn as well. So yes, in the matters of relationship, stars are very supportive. Courtship, commitment, seeing a future together with someone, with your girlfriend, with your partner, stars are very supportive. It's just like that, the real estate, domestic life related matters need to be monitored carefully, and the public image will enhance. Anything connected with the government, anything connected with career transformation. So stars are very supportive. Like if you are in that stage where you are transitioning from one role to another role, one industry to another industry, stars are running very supportive for that. Now friends, when we talk about the Sagittarius Lagna natives, so friends, for the Sagittarius, stars are very supportive. When we talk about marriage, relationship, commitment, stars are very supportive. And the week is carrying that energy of thrust, of impulse, that many things can be achieved, or like many positive development can happen in this week. There's a slight possibility. It's just like that friends, be very mindful that whatever you are trying to be implementing, executing this week, there will be objection or kind of roadblocks which people will create in your path. So Rahu, Mars, retrograde Mercury in the third house, Sun, Saturn in the fourth house. So it's just like that, as much as stars are supportive to you, you are thinking, you are like progressing in the right direction. It's just like that, people around you will not be in synchronicity with your life journey. So much better, don't get affected by the negativity of the people around you. That is what I'm trying to say. Along with that, many people will find it difficult to save money. Like lifestyle expenses are going to be high. There's a slight possibility, and again, nothing wrong with that. Venus being exalted in the fourth house, if you actually want to invest, like you want to buy a new couch, change your vehicle, do some like renovation in the house, it is considered good for that. When Venus is exalted, it is there in the influence of Saturn, so it is supportive for that. Along with that friends, for people who are like students, or people who are artists, creative people, tech entrepreneurs, so stars are running very supportive. So overall friends, for the Sagittarius Lagna, if I were to say, very supportive, very progressive time, and development will happen very fast. It's just like that, don't get yourself affected by the obstacle, judgment, or jealousy of people around you. Now friends, when we talk about the Capricorn, so friends, for the Capricorn, the week will start on a very good note. See, the thing is, week is carrying that frequency, that wave, that the beginning of the week will bring some good finances, financial news, or financial gains, but the mid of the week is making you equally vulnerable towards losses as well. Capricorn Lagna natives will be thinking in the lines of like a Samaritan, philanthropic, humanitarian. They will be unconditionally willing and ready to help people around them. So it is very good for that, helping people. But when we talk about like in your own task, in your own work, there's going to be a lot of the roadblocks. So seventh lord being in the influence of Rahu, Mars in the second house, then Sun and Saturn, Venus in the third house. So that means people around you, there will be objection, and the thing is, lot of energy will get drained, will be exhausted just to be that good friend to people. So so people will expect a lot from you, and you will do a lot as well, like to cater to the needs of people around you. So I will not say this thing that people around you are going to be taking advantage of your good nature, but yes, your energy, lot of energy will be directed towards helping people around you unconditionally. So this is getting more applicable for those people who are like very much connected with the social causes, community causes. They have a very active social life. So yes, this is how your most of the time is going to be spent this week. Jupiter in direct in the sixth house, and the way your ascendant lord in the influence of Venus in the third house, that all indicates in that direction only. Friends, when we talk about the matters of the relationship, not a very good energy to get into a new alliance, new partnership, new alliance, new financial commitment this week. I will not recommend that. And yes friends, those who are like artist, actor, creative people, keep on working hard and eyeing for big projects. If you're running Dasha is supportive, you might be considered, or you might sign up for some very dream project or some big production, big project. There's a high possibility of that. For the students friends, time is very supportive. So yes, that's all what I can say for the Capricorn as a highlight of this week. Now friends, when we talk about the Aquarius Lagna natives, so friends, for the Aquarians, moon happened to be your sixth lord, and it is going to be starting off the week from your first house, being in the influence of Rahu, Mars, and a retrograde Mercury. So friends, the week is carrying that energy of the emotional volatility or sensitivity. I mean to say, like the week might drain you out. I will not say physically, but yes, there is going to be a lot of the emotional pressure, emotional sensitivity which you will be dealing with. Along with that, friends, just because now Jupiter is in a direct motion in your 5th house, time now is very supportive when it comes down to academic matters like consulting, artistic creative work, stock market, speculation. It is running very supportive. Like, trust me, if you are in any advisory kind of role, teaching, training kind of role, stars will support you. It's just like that your own emotional mental health is going to be slightly sensitive. Along with that, friends, because in your case moon is going to be making a connection with the planet Saturn, with the planet Venus in the 2nd house as well. So again, when we talk about being able to save money, the stars are very supportive for some important family event, like, you know, hearing some important news. This could happen because of your children, this could happen because of your own achievement. So stars are very supportive for that as well. You do not have to worry about it. It's just like that, friends. The pain point of this week is emotional mental stress, and along with that, you have Ketu in the 7th house, and the 7th lord is conjunct with Saturn in the 2nd house. So especially those who are in a big joint family, and let's say for example your major concern is always that your spouse and your mother, they do not get along very well. So this is going to be the week which will trigger those fights within the house. And again, friends, whenever we are talking about Sun and Saturn combination, if it happens in the 10th house, if it happens in the 12th house, if it happens in the 2nd house, you have to be very careful, especially when we talk about when the financial crimes happen, any allegation like, you know, take place, especially in the financial matters that generally happen because of this involvement. So as much as it is a very good time for some important lifetime commitment, hearing some good news in the family, it is equally vulnerable time in those cases where people who are in the line, like you deal in a field where making some side money or some under the table money or some bribery is possible. So be very careful during this time when you have Sun and Saturn in your 2nd house. Be very careful over there. So yes, friends, that is all what I can say for the Aquarians. The pain point of this week is that your relationship with the spouse, marriage, partnership is slightly on the line, on the radar. Like, I will not give a go ahead, like I would say refrain from getting into a new partnership, any new financial partnership commitment in this week, because that area is in the line of fire. The time is very supportive. Again, the way I've been saying this thing, time is very supportive for the academic matters or for the acquisition of the wisdom, acquisition of the knowledge. Even those people who are planning a childbirth, planning for that, stars are very supportive. And yes, friends, around the end of the week when moon is going to be transiting from the 3rd house, so end of the week can also facilitate some travel as well. Friends, for the Aquarius Lagna, right now you are mentally very stimulated, right? Jupiter in the 5th direct now, Rahu in the 1st house conjunct with Mercury, conjunct with Mars. So lot of mental stimulation is happening, lot of planning is happening, lot is going on in the mind. So much better give it a right way, channelize it in a right direction, otherwise you might become a victim of the overthinking. And lastly, friends, when we talk about the Pisces natives, so friends, for the Pisces natives, see, the thing is, the start of the week is making you slightly vulnerable when we talk about some like discomfort, inconvenience in the travels. If you will undertake any travels, the start of the week is going to be filled with lot of the discomfort. So we be very mindful over there. Also, if you have to write any exam, any of the academic decision, much better take that after the mid of the week, like after like Wednesday, like Thursday, Friday is still very supportive, because the beginning of the week is carrying that energy of Rahu, of Mars, of a retrograde Mercury in your 12th house, and moon happened to be a 5th lord, right? So be very mindful over there. But friends, when we talk about mid of the week is very supportive, especially if you have, like, you work as a consultant, you work as an advisor, you are a yoga teacher, you see, if you are in any of the teaching advisory role, stars are very supportive. The mid of the week is very supportive. Again, friends, for the Pisces Lagna, the mid of the week is also carrying that energy that you might be trusted or you might be approached for a promotion or some important portfolio, important responsibility as well. So stars are very supportive when we talk about progress. So it's very supportive. It's just like that, the beginning of the week you have to be careful. And yes friends, around the end of the week, when moon is going to be transiting, like around Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when moon is going to be transiting in your second house, Jupiter is already direct in your fourth house, some auspiciousness in the family, spike in the financial income can also be anticipated. So the pain point of this week is the start of the week. So be very mindful over there. And yes friends, when we talk about the matters of the relationship, be very careful. Wait at least for Mercury to be at least in a direct motion, and then yeah, out of the clutches of like 12th house. But if I were to say, the mid of the week, the beginning of the week is slightly sensitive in the matters of relationship as well. Lot of confusion, lot of illusion. After like March 20th, once your 7th lord is going to turn direct, at least you will have the clarity. Right now you're not being able to see clearly the way things are happening, the way developments are happening in the matters of your relationship. So relationship is a pain point, stress point of this week. Travels are a pain point, stress point of this week. When we talk about education, academic matters, advancement in your job, in your career, or financial boost, that is going to be the supportive part, the blessing part, but that will only start happening after the mid of the week. So yes friends, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again, thanks a lot for watching this video, and for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.